In Paul bus station, there is a speed limit of 10 miles an hour, although 5 miles an hour is more sensible most of the time. Be aware of pedestrians, and consider that you need to give way to vehicles which are reversing from the stance. Stop if needed and adhere to signals from bankspersons. On the approach to this roundabout, there is a bend in the road. Use good observations to ensure you are aware of other road users. Be aware of the speed that some vehicles can come around this and similar roundabouts on this route. The roundabout itself has vegetation which obscures traffic. There are multiple new pedestrian crossings on this road. On approach to zebra crossings, ensure you are managing your speed in order to be able to stop if needed. The same applies to traffic light controlled crossings. This is the exit from Paul High School. Take great care at school run times, as there are often a lot of students in the area. There are new cycle lanes along this road, which come in various styles. Manage speed appropriately and stop if needed, as the road does now narrow significantly in places. Pass cyclists with great care whether they are on the cycle lane or the road. There are now some bus stops which are on cycle lanes. Conduct extra mirror checks before opening doors to board or alight customers. When entering lay-by bus stops, use low speed and lots of observations. Bus stops with shelters like this one can present a hazard. There is a risk of striking the bus stop with the bus body or mirror arm. Be aware of any intending customers or pedestrians and stop if needed. There is road furniture close to the edge of the road here. Fleet's Bridge roundabout is known for confusing some other road users. Use good all-round observation and be willing to back off if someone changes lanes with short notice. When negotiating roadworks, keep in mind that the cones may have moved. Approach at a suitable speed and stop if necessary. Look out for workers. When turning right at Creekmore roundabout, watch for vehicles passing on your left. If you need some room when turning and there is a car there, then back off and let them go. In order to use this room, it can be a good idea to take both lanes on approach on a long bus. Some car drivers will move over into oncoming traffic in order to avoid the speed pillows here. Reduce speed to allow them to move back in safely if needed. When turning left here, consider that you may need to use some of the other side of the road on exit of the roundabout. When passing parked cars, good observation and forward planning are needed on approach. Manage speed according to conditions and remain courteous to other road users by giving way to them if needed. There are several turns on this route which require the use of the other side of the road in some or all buses on the exit from the turn. Traffic can join this roundabout from the dual carriageway. Some traffic may be moving at speed. There is a change of speed here. Slow down in plenty of time in order to maintain a comfortable ride for our customers. Double mini roundabouts can be confusing for some road users. Negotiate these roundabouts at a speed that allows you to keep good all-round observation and slow or stop if necessary. There is a school on this road. Take care at school run times. There are a lot of cars parked here at some times. Pass with care, keeping up good all-round observations. Sandy Lane is narrow in places. Use good forward planning and observation to look out for large vehicles. Like other buses approaching, try to meet other buses in places that are wide enough, like side road junctions. If this is not possible, then do not drive along the pavement. Only if needed, one bus should mount the curb and then stop, allowing the other bus to pass. The layout of the junction at the end of this road means the other side of the road is needed on approach. Stop if required to let other vehicles pass and wait until it is clear before committing. Do not force other road users to stop. When turning right at traffic lights like this, undertake tail swing checks before making the turn. When going over speed bumps, reduce your speed in plenty of time, and keep a low speed while both axles are going over them. This will help make the ride comfortable for our customers, and help reduce wear and tear on the bus. There are schools in this area. Take great care, especially at school run times. Approach blind bends at a speed which allows you to stop safely if something comes the other way. Use reflections if you can to help you see around the corner. Straddle both lanes at junctions like this. Sometimes it is needed to stop cars coming down the side of the bus in the other lane, to keep everybody safe. Turnings like this require overhang over the pavement, and often have street furniture close to the edge of the road. Be aware of these aspects and adjust speed and observations accordingly. This is the location of one of the low bridges in the area. It is 9 foot 3 inches, so is not suitable to pass under in any bus. As with all similar roads where there are a lot of cars parked, don't let yourself get complacent. Negotiate at a slow speed and always consider that someone could open a car door or step onto the road with no warning. There are schools in this area. Take great care when at traffic lights with more than one lane, especially where the lanes are narrow. Conduct good all-round checks before moving off. This bridge cannot be passed with a large vehicle coming the other way. Check there is nothing bigger than a standard van coming the other way before committing. If something large like a HGV enters the bridge once you have committed, then stop and do not proceed until your way is clear. Proceed with caution over the high street and in this area. There can be a lot of pedestrians and a lot of tourists. There can also be cars looking for somewhere to park and not paying full attention. There are schools in this area. Take great care, especially at school run times. This road is narrow. Use good speed management and mirror checks. Be aware of traffic joining from the left here. When moving lanes to turn left at the roundabout, conduct good mirror checks. And consider also conducting a blind spot check. When pulling into a stand in the bus station, use good all-round observation and good steering technique as well as using low enough speed to enable you to stop with short notice if needed.